Good evening. My name is David Cougle. I live in the area and work as an attorney. However, my most important job is that of father. I'm going to give you all the benefit of the doubt and assume that you've done your jobs, that you are intimately familiar with the controversial books available at this library and libraries throughout the country, which are the reason for many parents' outrage. I first want to ask you, when you were younger and imagined your future careers, did you ever think you'd be in a position where you'd be approving pornographic and pedophilic materials targeting young children? Is this anything like how you imagine your future would be 5 or 10 years ago? It is not in dispute that these books contain overt pornography, which is targeted at and available to minors. At least 2 of the books, Gender, Queer, and Lawn Boy, openly encourage and describe sexual acts between adult men and minor boys. So my second question is, why have the individuals who approve these books, which sexually target our children, not been fired? The book I Am Jazz encourages children to hate the bodies they were born with and pursue a life where they are wholly dependent on experimental medication and subject to Joseph Mengele-style double mastectomies, puberty blockers, and genital mutilation. When you are talking about the issues of castration and sterilization of vulnerable children, resulting in a ridiculously high rate of suicide attempts, which only increases after these permanent mutilations, there's only one right side. The supporters of these books insult our intelligence with hyperbolic, hair-on-fire talking points of banning books and censorship. This is a disingenuous assertion, as unless you are planning for the St. Tammany Parish Library System to host every single book ever written, you are clearly excluding a vast majority of books. What you are really saying is that you want to pimp out our community libraries to outside activist groups which have only nefarious and financial intentions for our children. I see that you've called the police here tonight because you feared the reaction of what you consider mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging parents. So my third question is, what is the appropriate level of outrage when we become aware that you are using our tax dollars to sexually target our children? Perhaps instead of calling the police, you should have contacted the district attorney and for a legal opinion, because there's a good argument that you are breaking at least 2 criminal laws in this state with your conduct. I understand you may believe you are enlightened and an ally and therefore uniquely qualified to pierce through the protective shield of the parent-child relationship, liberating these children from their mouth-breathing and prudish parents. But should you not reverse course, understand that you will not be seen as some kind of empathetic, understanding role models. Instead, this community will regard you no differently than the predators whom we are notified about when they move into our neighborhoods because of the similar danger they pose to our children. In closing, I want to be clear that I don't care what names or insults are thrown at me due to my completely rational position on this. The only name that I care about at the end of the day is Father. Awareness means responsibility. You know what these books contain. And so my final question is, will you continue your war on the children of this community and their parents, or will you have the courage to reject this cultish gender craze and stand with our children and protect their innocence? Thank you.